What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with another Morten Monday. This time with Luca around. And we're going to listen to a tune sent by Sofia, which is included, I believe, on the Norwegian version of Letter from Egypt 2008, but which was not on the version sent to me. So yeah, we're going to listen to Shooting Star. It's a concept I think a lot of people are familiar with, even if technically the name is not representative of what it is, which is to say we're talking about a meteor, something that hits the Earth's atmosphere, and because things from space tend to be moving quite fast, once they encounter the atmospheric molecules of our atmosphere, they begin to disintegrate, and the temperature rises, so they give off a lot of heat and light as they streak through the sky. But they're not technically a star, of course, and if they hit the ground, they turn into a meteorite. Nevertheless, they are very visually spectacular. People remember when they see shooting stars. Now, granted, if you go to like a viewing party for a meteor shower, which I have been to a few times over the years, including once like way out in the desert, and after a while it's like there's so many, they start to lose a little interest. It's like, well, let's just talk about things now because there's been 100, 1,000 of these in the last like hour, and so at some point the luster, the excitement begins to wear off. But generally speaking, they're seen as a very bright and spectacular visual event. So I wonder, often in relation to humans, it's used to indicate someone who is burning very fast and bright and hot, but perhaps with the implication that they will eventually hit the ground, become a meteorite in that way, and that is usually seen as the end of whatever creative or vitality indicative burst that they were involved in. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, but I am intrigued by the way the phrase might be used as a metaphor or allegory, so let's find out. This is Shooting Star by Morten Harket, a track included, I think, on some versions, including a Norwegian version of Letter from Egypt 2008.
Eyelids a blackbird blue behind. Will I ever see the shine? Touch that hunger in the skin, touch the soul she's kept within. Will I ever make her mine? Will I ever see her shine?
I love that.
Hey little girl, wherever you are,
Like grimy
flying
bass.
like a shooting star. Who are these men that made you sad? Who's your uncle? Who's your dad? Clouds are moving through your past. Will
Like
those
that one.
clouds forever?
Clouds are moving through your paths. I can't ever remember. I don't remember singing melodically like this before. Not in that way, anyway.
Up like fire, down in rain. Run away, come back again. Shadows flicker in the past. On my skin you make them last. This little girl will run so fast. This little girl could never ask.
I'll never lot of percussive punch to the track too. Very cool. A bit of that folksy country type of atmosphere, which, you know, a number of his tunes in his solo work have expressed. And yeah, I've heard him sing melodically. I've heard him sing, you know, non-lyric singing with Aha, but I don't know if I've ever heard him do that like playful melodic singing run like he did in this song. That was a really cool thing to hear, and, you know, something that felt like a bit outside of his normal vocal what's the right word? I was gonna say range, but that implies like ability, and I was meaning like tendencies, I guess is the word I'm looking for, things that are typically done. But yeah, ultimately his vocal performance really stood out in that one. I also like I don't know if it was a xylophone, but it was like hitting in time melodically with those non-lyrical vocal runs, and then the last iteration of it there, his voice dropped out and it was just that sort of xylophone expression of the melody, which was also cool. So yeah, composition wise, I really enjoyed that. It's interesting, you know, I get it that different versions of albums tend to, you know, have slightly different track listings and so on, but I wonder why that was left off the maybe more standard or international release of the album, because that's a really cool tune. So shout out to Sofia for making sure that we go through everything and making sure that as best as she can, she helps me not forget things, which is to say I will still forget things occasionally. I know this in advance, so I apologize, but she and a number of others are doing their best to keep me on track, so I do appreciate it. And yeah, as I said, we have albums both previous and ahead. I don't remember in the moment which way I was supposed to go. I think maybe we're supposed to go back to the past. I don't remember. Please do comment below. Let me know. I will see you next time. Peace.